There's a lot of fish in Dredge, like a lot. It's almost like this is a whole fishing game. But there are 4 special one-time only fish you can find, and the traveling merchant actually gives you a pursuit to try and find them all. And so this is going to be a guide on how to complete the traveling merchant's pursuit in the game Dredge. Now to get this pursuit, it's pretty easy. After you've made your way to any of the biomes outside of Little Marrow, talk to the traveling merchant. After some lovely introductions, make sure to talk to her again, and you'll be prompted to ask her if she needs any help. Then you'll be able to get the recording Rarities pursuit. The traveling merchant will tell you to find an oarfish, gulper, eel, goliath, tigerfish, and a
coelacanth,
and can give you a bit more info about each one. But let's be honest, if you're watching this video, then who needs those vague hints? I'm gonna tell you all you need to know in order to catch all 4 of these bad boys. It's important to mention though that for each of these fish, you only need to catch them, and don't need to actually bring them back physically to the merchant. So all is good if you sell the fish as soon as you've caught them. Once again, there is only 1 of each fish, so as soon as you get it out of the ocean, the spot will be permanently depleted for the rest of your save. Okay, here's the big map for the 4 fish locations, but let's start things off with the oarfish. So in Gale Cliffs, you should have run into a waterfall somewhere within the rocks while doing the main pursuit of the area. Just sail in behind the waterfall and the oarfish will be found right before it. There's also a treasure chest there, it's pretty cool. But be careful of the big boy floating around. If you have Banish, I would recommend you use it just because it does make traversing a lot easier and you don't have to worry about this thing potentially getting you as soon as you leave the cave. Next up, we've got the gulper eel, which can be found in the Stellar Basin. This one is actually very easy to find and you can almost do it accidentally. I know I sure found it accidentally. In the northeast part of the basin, look around for a large fish, then just go over and get it out of the water. Now, the Goliath tigerfish can be found in Twisted Strand, and you need a packed explosive to get it out. It's close to one of the traps for the mine suckers, but it is hidden behind a log. But once again, just having Banish is a good idea here, because if you haven't quite dealt with the mine suckers just quite yet, they could come over and start making you go crazy, which is not really what you want to do when you're getting the fish out of the water. Last but certainly not least, the hardest fish to pronounce, the
coelacanth.
I deleted all the outtakes of me trying to pronounce this name earlier, don't even ask. And this bad boy can be found in Devil's Spine just behind some debris that also needs to be destroyed with yet another packed explosive. Thankfully this time around there is a little bit of a heat vent close by, so any of those little annoyances can be dealt with pretty easily, and you can go over and just have a pretty easy time catching this fish. Then, once you've caught all 4 fish, just go back to the traveling merchant again and she'll be impressed, of course, but we'll give you 2 research components per fish delivered. Meaning after all this, you get to walk away with 8 research components. And that's pretty good, especially too if you're aiming to get that jet drive engine, because that one is quite expensive. And that just about wraps up the recording Rarities pursuit. Let me know if you were able to find any of these fish by accident or without using a guide, because I was sailing around endlessly trying to find the other 3 and I couldn't really do it. It was very difficult, and so I gave up, and then I just went and looked it up online, and it made my life a lot easier. Of course, if this video helped, like and subscribe for more cool Dredge content, and we will see you in the next video.